Hey guys, it's Cookie here from Hummingbird Heights Farm, and I have another update on my fall tomatoes. I have my first ripe tomatoes, and they're little cherries. This is the cherry tomato plant that was a volunteer. I don't know the variety, but look, here's my first ripe tomato on this cluster. But that's not all. Look at how many clusters going up this vine. Look at these here. Get in focus, there you are. One there. And these are all just nice little cluster handfuls. These are getting bigger. There's some here. I believe I counted about 20. Now I've gone through and re-supported this because these branches were starting to fall over with the weight of these tomatoes, even though they're small. This one might not make it. Looks like it got snagged. But I had to put in an extra cage to hold up the backside, and I've trimmed off a lot of the leaves. This is how much I trimmed off from this plant and a couple next door, but that's how much we didn't need. It's got plenty up here to get sunlight and do its photosynthesis thing. And look at all the new little buds. So this keeps branching off. And the thing with most tomatoes, they tell you, for large tomatoes, it says to take off the armpit, because it takes away how big your tomatoes are. However, with cherry tomatoes, the more branching off, the more tomatoes you get. Now, the thing where you can save energy on the plant is I'm going to save this little branch here to make some more tomatoes, because it's got some there. It's got the little armpit, little branching off, but I can take off this one right here because it doesn't need that. And I try and take off anything that's growing toward the middle, or it's going to touch another tomato plant, another leaf. So you don't want the tomato leaves growing towards each other, because it just, as they touch, they become diseased. Now down here, I've taken this extra real estate around the base, and I've added in some lettuce, and that's a kale. This is some nice, the birds are getting in here. They're getting little munchies, but if I don't want to walk all the way down to the garden, I can just come and get me some nice romaine lettuce right here. Now this plant got eaten by a grasshopper or something. It was all chopped up, almost bare, and there's still a few leaves that are damaged, but it's finally starting to come out with some new leaves. This is a potato leaf type. This is the Brandywine Pink, and they make very large tomatoes, and I was sad that it got hit. But these kind of leaves, it didn't bother. It just like the potato leaf varieties. So this is a mortgage lifter, and I gotta show you how big these buds are. Can you see that? So there's quite a few buds, and I just discovered this morning I have little tomatoes. They look like they're flat and kind of like a pumpkin, and there's another one up here. So that's pretty exciting. And then the very end one, and also down underneath here, I have cilantro growing, so I can just pinch some off, add some into my salad, or make a salsa. And I've added in some here. And this is my gorgeous curly giant leaf basil. Look at the size of these leaves, and they're curly. I already picked some off the top, so this has already been harvested, but look at the size of this leaf. It's almost as big as my hand. So this one is a black crim tomato, and I have some of these out in the garden. I'm wondering if this is a black crim or not, but look at the size of these blossoms. I don't think these set, and I'm not sure why, but they are making some big blooms. So we'll see, and I'm looking forward to some tomatoes. In fact, 2 little cherry tomatoes are. It's still a little bit orangey, but I can't resist. More savory than sweet. That'll make a nice little batch of tomatoes. I've been waiting all fall to have some tomatoes out of the garden, and I'm so excited. I have shishito peppers. Look at these gorgeous little peppers. I planted these during summer, and it's fall. It's second week of November already. Stay. There we go. But look at all the blossoms on here. It's a very happy plant. And I have a new pepper plant that started up, and I'm not sure what kind it is because it popped up. So we'll see. And some more of my giant basil. This was in here first, and then I added in the pepper plant. See, this is a regular basil. Wimpy. Strawberries coming along. Sweet potatoes coming along. My upper garden. Of course, the onions. Celery. Oh yeah, I transplanted these, the fennel. Oh, they're doing good. They're doing good. That's so nice. And I've got my onions going. This is kind of like, this makes it nice to have a little herb garden. Nice and handy. That's it for the upper garden. We'll see you soon. Take care.